Good morning. Welcome to Executing My Ex's Ministries Transparent Transformational Tuesdays. I am your host, Ashley D, filling in for Alexis K. And as she will always say, we are here to let a little light in. In order for us to live transformed lives, we have to have some real, transparent, and intentional conversations. So as you all know, the month of September, we are talking about being fearless and armored. And I was immediately taken back to why the Lord gave me the whole heading for Tuesday as far as being transparent and transformational. And it's specifically because we have to always be in the posture of being transparent about what we deal with, what we struggle with daily, what our fears are, our flaws, our imperfections. And as I was meditating on what to talk to you all about today, I immediately was just taken to the place of how can we fight the antics of the devil? How can we fight him when we don't know what we're fighting? How can we have the proper armor, tools, and resources to fight him if we don't even know what we are fighting and who we are fighting? So, number one, as believers, as men and women, we should always be in a posture of being transparent, be intentional, peel back the layers of who you are. Oftentimes, as believers, we put on a mask. Listen, we always put on a mask of what we should look like as men and women of God. And not being able to take that mask off and say, listen, this is what I really struggle with. This is what I fight with every day. These are my fears. These are my flaws. These are my imperfections. And so today I want to continue to encourage you to continue to take off the mask, peel back, those layers and identify what it is that you struggle with, what it is that you deal with, what it is that has you in bondage, what it is that just really, that really has you bound. And once you identify those things, then you will eventually at some point get into the posture of wanting to change and transform and heal from those traumatic experiences. Now, the reason why I say eventually, one day, change, be in a posture of wanting to change, because oftentimes, when you have always been in a posture of feeling and having those flaws, those imperfections, and those issues, you get comfortable with it. You've been carrying it for so long. Listen, oftentimes we've been carrying these things for so long and we're like, we used to it. It's part of our daily lives. And so, it can be very hard and challenging to break free and to heal from it because we're so used to, like Kurt Franklin said in his short story, we're so used to being broken that we don't know what it even looks like for us to be healed. So, number one, I want to encourage you to always be intentional and always be in a posture of peeling back the layers and having those transparent conversations with yourself, identifying your struggles, your issues, your imperfections, your flaws. And then when you are ready, get in the posture of saying, I want to change. I want to be transformed. I want to heal from these things. And I promise you, when you pray to the Lord about, being intentional about healing and changing and pushing forward, past these, flaws and imperfections, he would give you the correct armor in order to fight the devil every time. Because listen, let me tell you something. The devil is very cunning. He knows what your flaws, your issues, your imperfections are. And he will always try to throw people or situations in your path in order to will you back in to what those things are. But if we truly seek God for change, if we truly seek him and say, God, give me the right armor, give me the right scriptures, give me the right people to hold me accountable in my circle, listen, I will have the strength to fight the devil every time he try to put these things into my pathway. So today, I know I said a lot, but today I want you to be encouraged knowing that you can fight your flaws. You can fight your imperfections if you have on the right armor. So today, number one, to make sure you have the right armor, let's be transparent and let's be intentional about identifying what our flaws, our imperfections, and our issues are. So we can get in the posture of seeking God and asking Him to help us change, transform, and live the life that He intended for us to live. And in order to do that, we have to have the right gear, the right armor on all sides of us in our lives in order to be able to fight the devil. So I hope something was said to encourage you and to push you forward a little bit more on today. Thank you so much for tuning in to Executing My Exodus Ministries Transparent Transformational Tuesdays with your host, which is myself, Ashley D. You'll see Alexis on next week. God bless you.